So, you've probably heard about Girls on Panzer, or GUP, as pretty much everyone calls it. And look, I get it. It's been around for over a decade, there's a ton of content, and figuring out where to even begin can feel, well, a little intimidating. But don't you worry, because that's exactly what we're here for. This is your simple, straightforward guide to getting into this huge and, honestly, really special franchise.
Okay, so what on earth is this show about? I want you to picture this. High school girls participating in a traditional martial art. Sounds normal enough, right? Except their sport involves commanding fully operational, honest-to-goodness World War II era tanks. Yeah, high school girls, World War II tanks, and martial arts. It is a completely wild, out-there premise, but trust me, it's that totally unique mix of charm and action that has hooked millions of fans around the world.
So, the whole world of GUP is built around this one central idea called Sensha Do, which literally translates to the way of the tank. And here's the key thing you gotta understand. In this world, driving a Panzer IV isn't about war. Not at all. It's a highly respected, traditional sport for young women. Think of it like flower arrangement or the tea ceremony, but with way more horsepower. The whole point is to cultivate things like grace, dignity, discipline, and teamwork. It's all about character building.
And that actually leads us perfectly to the show's official tagline. Because even with all the heavy machinery, all the explosive action, at its very core, this is a heartful tank story. It really is. It's a classic, feel-good story about friendship, about overcoming huge challenges, and about a scrappy little underdog team taking on the world against all odds.
All right, so you're probably thinking, okay, that sounds cool, but where does everything fit? I mean, this franchise has everything. Manga, OVAs, drama CDs, it's a lot. But navigating it is actually way simpler than you think. The absolute key is to just focus on the main animated story. You can really boil the main story down to just 3 core pillars. First up, you have the original TV series. That's your foundation, where you meet the amazing underdog team from All Right Girls Academy. Next, you've got the movie, which is this massive, super action-packed sequel. And finally, there's the final chapter, which is this epic multi-part film series that is still ongoing and continuing their story right now. And man, this has been quite a journey for the fans. The original TV series, that started all the way back in 2012. The movie dropped in 2015, and then the final chapter kicked off in 2017. And with Part 4 just coming out in 2023, you can see this as a story that has literally been growing and evolving with its audience for more than 10 years. It's pretty incredible.
So, just how big is the final chapter series? Well, get this. It's a massive 6-part film series. That's right, 6 movies to tell this final arc. 4 of them are out right now, which is so cool because it means this is a living, breathing story that fans are following in real time. It's not some old series you're catching up on, it's an event that's happening as we speak.
Okay, so this brings us to the million-dollar question, right? With all these different pieces, where do you actually jump in? Now, you could try to go in strict chronological order, but trust me, that just gets messy. The absolute best way to experience it is to follow the fan-approved, story-focused path.
And your mission, should you choose to accept it, is actually super simple. It's just 4 steps. Step 1, watch the original 12-episode TV series. That's your starting point. Step 2, watch the special OVA called This is the Real Anzio Battle. Step 3, you're ready for the big one, Girls on Panzer Der Film. And finally, step 4, dive headfirst into the final chapter series. That's it. That sequence takes you through the entire main story, from day 1 right up to where things are now.
Now, I really want you to pay attention to step 2 there, the Anzio OVA. The fan community is unanimous on this. It is 100% a must-watch. And here's why. The original TV series kind of skips over a really important tournament match. This special episode fills in that gap, and it's absolutely crucial for understanding the team's complete journey and some really important character moments. Don't skip it. So let's just break it down nice and simple. Think of the stuff on the left as your main quest, the essential story. Stick to that path first. Once you finish that and you've got the whole plot down, then you can go exploring all the awesome side content on the right. And there's a ton of it. Fun comedy specials, amazing manga spin-offs like Little Army and Ribbon Warrior, they all add incredible depth to the world.
Okay, so now you know what to watch and the exact order to watch it in. But that leads to another big question. Why? Why has a show with such a bizarre premise kept such a passionate, dedicated fan base for over a decade? Well, it all comes down to a few secret weapons that make this series truly one of a kind. It really boils down to 4 key things. First, at its heart, it's a classic underdog sports story that we all love. But then it's layered with this incredible, meticulous military detail. Add to that some absolutely groundbreaking sound design. And finally, you wrap it all up in this world building that is so unique and so charming, you just can't help but get sucked in.
And I'm serious about this. If you are a fan of stories about a scrappy team of misfits taking on the big, established giants, you are going to love this show. Our main characters start out as complete rookies, and watching them use clever strategies and pure determination to battle these powerhouse schools is it's so incredibly satisfying. It's the perfect sports movie formula, just, with tanks.
A lot of people come for the cute characters and the fun story, but they stay for the incredible execution. The series is famous for its ridiculously accurate tank action. Every single vehicle moves, sounds, and operates just like its real-world counterpart. And the sound design? Oh man, the sound design is legendary. We're talking about audio so crisp and detailed that you can literally tell the difference between a German Panzer and a Soviet T-34 just from the unique rumble of their engines and the distinct clatter of their tracks. It's wild.
And if you want to know just how serious these creators are about sound, look no further than this phenomenon in Japan. The movies are often shown in what are called extreme explosive sound screenings. The actual sound director goes to the theater and tunes the audio system to make you feel the rumble of the engines in your chest and the impact of every single shell. It's not just something you watch, it's a full-body experience.
All right, mission briefing complete. You now officially have everything you need to get started on your own journey into the amazing world of Girls on Panzer. So what might have looked like this super confusing, massive franchise from the outside, well, now you can see it's a really clear and straightforward path. You get the core concept, you know the essential parts of the story, and, most importantly, you know exactly where to start. Your first mission is ready to go. So, with all that said, I have just one more question for you. Are you ready to start your Heartful Tank story?